It's Felicity from GetYourRockOut here with a couple of the wonderful guys from Element. How are you doing today?
Not doing too bad, thanks.
Brilliant, and you've just come off stage at Devilution Festival. How do you think that went?
I think I'm pretty well actually, so it's quite warm up there.
Brilliant, and were you happy with the way the crowd reacted?
No, always.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wonderful. And you guys, I mean, for people that haven't really heard you play much before, what can you tell them about yourselves?
We've been around a good few years, we kind of we started off doing kind of more thrashing material and stuff, and went and kind of played doing the eval kind of gigs and stuff like that, supported them and the Diamond Head thing, and then we brought a second album out and changed our direction a little bit, and then this new one that we're doing now, number 3, it's kind of changed again. There's no reminiscence of the old kind of thrash, nothing like that. It's just kind of grown out of that a little bit, I guess. It's kind of just based on the riffs.
It was good footer, it was good where we started off from. It was like, we had what we thought we were. A lot of people said you always had that Metallica comparison. It was great having that, but we didn't want that. I mean, we wanted to be known for our own Element style.
Yeah, it's fair to say, on the first album we called Under the Influence, because it was under the influence, It's kind of, everything's on our sleeve, whether it was Slayer, Andreas Kisser, Sepultura, Metallica, Pantera. No one was doing that, and that was our passion at the time, and that was back in 2007 or 6 when we wrote the songs, recorded them in 2008 with Ajit Girl at the Hellfire Studios in Birmingham, and then we went on and we've done over 100 gigs up to now, and then we wrote the second album and brought it out in 2011, and that was completely different. It really was, and if you listen to that, you'll hear that. And this new one now,
our own authority on it, so there wasn't much. You couldn't compare it to the older bands, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And the album that's due out early next year, what's that sounding like at the moment?
I think it's a good hard rock progressive thing. There's a bit more metal stuff in there, but there's a lot more dynamics, but simpler dynamics, if you know what I mean.
It's got to be nice. Like to me, a lot of the bands that are around at the minute and stuff, they're all cool. I love Down, I love bands like that, but there's a lot of bands in metal, and it kind of, to me, they lack the dynamics because it's just the same from start to finish, and the drummer's doing a great job, but I can't really get onto the heaviness of it because the riffs are just so monotonous and the same. And I think one thing that we bring to the table, man, it's got to be the riffs, and the dynamics and stuff. And I think we know how to do that. And this new album kind of showcases that we've kind of learned that a bit. So, I think that's it. Yeah.
There's a lot of bands out there at the moment who it's all everybody wants to be Lamb of God. That type of stuff. So every band that come out now, it's all the same sort of stuff. It's your scene, if you know what I mean. With Elements, with us men, we don't tend to follow a scene. We play our riffs. It's what we want to hear and what we enjoy. So we try pushing it. So it's much harder doing it that way because we're not following the scene. But we get a good reaction because of it. I think so anyway.
Wonderful. And tour-wise, have you got anything planned for the next kind of 6 to 12 months?
Yes and no. The concentration at the minute has got to be that third album, and we're recording it with a guy called Paul O'Neill. He's not really renowned in metal. He's done Saxon before. He's done The Verve, Garrett Barlow. He's been a sound engineer for Paul McCartney's guitarist and Sophie Ellis Specs and all this stuff. And he's not renowned for metal, but that's why we picked him. We did the drums back in February, and he mic'd up the drums. There's no triggers, no nothing. We're going back to the old school. He did like 20 mics or so. God knows what each mic was worth. He got a really good sound in his studio. Then we kind of took it a bit at a time. I had a kid in February and stuff, so that kind of took a bit of priority. And then we're back on it now. Been in the studio doing my guitars. I'm back in again next week. It's a big project, and then that's going to be out early next year, and then we're going to hit the gigging again because we've got the passion back. We've done, like I said, we've done over 100 gigs, and we're sick of playing to places we've never been paid. We're not bothered about that. But what we do want to do is play like a handful of good gigs at a time. So we jumped at the chance that when Seti and whatever he's called, Dave asked us to play this, and you know, we're going to do a lot of stuff next year. Just got a new platform to launch off, like really.
Yeah, so I think that's the main goal. Get this new record done, then we'll start the promotion side of it, and then we'll take it from there. Where we're gonna, what tour we're gonna do, who we're gonna are on the same bill, that type of thing. It's sort of a new direction and a new chapter.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. I will really, really look forward to hearing the new album, and have a fantastic rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, you too.
Thanks.
Cheers.